Once again, we meet up with Aldrich, the storyteller who lives in the forest. He has a new storybook called The Water Dragon's Fury. It's a story about three ancient and mighty dragons: the World Dragon, the Water Dragon, and the Air Dragon. He can't wait to read this story to the young gnomes.
Gather round, little ones, for I have a new story to share with you. In the primordial dawn, where the echoes of creation still resonated, the world brought forth three ancient and mighty dragons. The World Dragon carved mountains and sculpted valleys, shaping the very land beneath the nascent skies. His sister, the Water Dragon, created the vast oceans, shimmering lakes and winding rivers to nourish the world. The third sibling, the Air Dragon, breathed life into the skies, weaving currents of wind and shaping clouds, allowing the elements to intertwine and flourish. Life blossomed in the lands the dragons had crafted. Forests grew lush, teeming with creatures great and small, and soon the first settlements of mankind began to take root, their civilizations blossoming in the fertile ground. But the Water Dragon grew resentful. She saw the land and creatures as an intrusion, a disturbance to the tranquil solitude she craved. A dark plan festered in her heart. She would unleash a torrent of poisonous waters, cleansing the world of life, including her brothers, so that she could rule in desolate silence. Her brothers, the World Dragon and the Air Dragon, felt the shift in their sister's temperament and learned of her sinister design. United in their concern for the world they had created, they made a difficult choice. They cast a powerful spell of shared slumber, rendering all three of them dormant. Their immense power was locked away, ensuring that life upon their crafted world could thrive without interference from the Water Dragon's destructive desires. Ages passed, and the world flourished. Civilizations rose and fell, and their legend became a mythical tale, a bedtime story told to all. At that time, a champion of immense power would arise, a male chosen by destiny to confront and vanquish the awakened Water Dragon, saving the world from her wrath. For generations, humanity searched, but no such champion appeared. At that time, a champion of immense power would arise, a male chosen by destiny to confront and vanquish the awakened Water Dragon, saving the world from her wrath. For generations, humanity searched, but no such champion appeared. The prophecy seemed an impossible dream, a fading hope in the face of an impending doom. Then came Elias, a young man from a humble fishing village, with no lineage to speak of, and no apparent talents beyond a knack for mending nets and predicting storms. But as the world began to tremble, as the oceans grew restless and the rivers swelled with an unnatural dark energy, the signs foretold in the prophecy became undeniable. The Water Dragon was awakening. As the first tendrils of poisoned water crept into the coastal villages, Elias felt an awakening. It was a power he had never known, a connection to the world and the elements that flowed through his veins, strong and potent like rushing currents. He discovered he could command the water that was meant to be his people's destruction, bending it to his will, pushing back the encroaching flood. Guided by the elders who remembered the fragmented lore of the dragons, Elias embarked on a perilous journey, honing his newfound powers, learning the history of the slumbering dragons and the prophecy that now rested upon his shoulders. Elias stood on the highest peak, the wind whipping round him as the Water Dragon, a colossal serpent of churning dark water, rose from the tempestuous sea. Her eyes blazed with a fury that mirrored the storms she commanded. Elias, the serpent's champion, faced her, his body glowing with the strength of the land, the air, and the water he now controlled. The battle raged, the elements clashing in a chaotic display of power, but Elias, driven by his love for his world, fought with determination. He did not seek to destroy the water dragon, for she was a force of creation, a part of the world itself. Instead, he aimed to restore the balance, to soothe her rage and remind her of the beauty of the life she had helped create. With a final surge of power, Elias channeled the combined energies of the land and air into a blinding light that enveloped the water dragon. It was not an attack, but an embrace, a reminder of the harmony that existed when all three elements worked together. The water dragon's roars of anger subsided, replaced by a mournful cry as the light faded. When the light dissipated, the giant water serpent was gone, but the storm had calmed, the waters receded, leaving behind revitalized land and life. The water dragon was transformed. Her destructive fury had been tempered by Ilias's connection to the world and her inherent role in its creation. The waters flowed pure once more, and the legend of the water dragon, once a tale of fear, became a story of the delicate balance between chaos and order. Elias, the champion who fulfilled the prophecy, not through destruction, but through understanding, watched over the world, his powers a silent promise of protection, ensuring the peace the slumbering dragons had fought for would endure.